well thanks everyone for coming. We're here today to launch C3Funding.com in Michigan. C3 Funding really arose out of the need for equity-based crowdfunding. And C3Funding.com actually combines nonprofit offers with for-profit offers. And we have available many types of products that can issue a crowdfunding offering across all segments of our economy. What I'd like to do is show you a short video that explains why crowdfunding, and specifically equity crowdfunding, is so exciting and is really the next generation of crowdfunding in our economy.
A spark, an idea, the drive to innovate and create something new, something inspired. Pushing forward, investing everything to make it happen. We face challenges, but now we can reach out to the crowd. Everyday investors can support startups and emerging businesses that are chasing the American dream. A new era of investment opportunities opened up by Regulation 8+ and Title III gives every American the chance to be a part of something big. This is the power of equity crowdfunding. Together, we can all spark a new economy. The time is now, and you are here.
That is exactly why we are so excited about equity crowdfunding coming to Michigan. With this site, C3 Funding, we open up investment opportunities for the average person to invest. You used to have to be a very rich person to invest in any new type of business venture or offering. And with that being said, now with equity crowdfunding, we actually open up all of these types of offers to the average investor in Michigan. Entrepreneurs, inventors, corporations can now issue offerings and collect money from the crowd. With our system, we actually help qualify offers, vet the owners, and issue a quality offering out to the public so that they may invest in something local, something for their community, something known in their community. And that's what we're going to show you today. The history of this really came out of the Jobs Act in 2012. That's where it became legal to offer equity investments through crowdfunding. But the rules weren't clear. So Michigan stepped up, and with the Michigan Invest Locally exemption, we now have rules in place. And those rules apply to Michigan specifically. As of a few weeks ago, the SEC issued Title III, which is regulations nationally on how to offer an equity crowdfunding issue. So with that, the history of need really came out of the financial collapse in 2008. And because of that, the very first crowdfunding offer was a person who simply put a note on Facebook, I need some money for my project. Small project, but the crowd latched onto it. It went viral, and before she knew it, she had money enough to cover the project that she wanted to create. So those investment opportunities traditionally were limited to larger, richer investors, but now they're opened up to smaller investors. So with that, C3 Funding is now born. C3 Funding is local. It's community-based. It stands for community-centric crowdfunding. And community-centric crowdfunding is just that. It is of the community, based for the community, with projects in our community and investors from our community. It fills the need for real capital from all types of investors, and it can launch both securities and non-securities based offerings in our communities for reward, pre-sale, equity, including real estate, including securities. We can invest in manufacturers, we can invest in new technology, we can invest in equipment and people. And those regional sites may be owned by the people of that region and by that community. So how does this work? Well, basically we aggregate donors and investors of those communities. We draw upon those communities' values and trust them to put up offerings that are consistent with the values of those communities. Places trusted offerings in the hands of investors that know what's going on in those communities. Where is it offered? Well, we follow the Michigan Economic Development Corporation's regional map. There are some populations also listed here. Regional ownership may be owned by local governments, economic development corporations, or groups of individuals. C3Funding currently owns and manages all of these regions, but we would like to get the ownership out to those regions specifically. The people in those communities know their communities, and we trust them to put up offerings in those communities. So who can benefit? Entrepreneurs, scientists, education, universities, government. Anyone who needs to raise money can do so under the Michigan Mile Act and under Title III of the SEC's new regulations. Community benefits, trusted offerings. We encourage local investment. We tap into local spheres of influence with statewide reach. The investor benefits are that you can easily navigate investment offerings. You can get a clear prospectus of that investment. You can actually have contact with the person who you're investing with. And you invest in your local projects to benefit your community. You access this through C3Funding.com. When you log in, you will actually be directed to the offerings that are closest to you. This helps you understand and see what opportunities are available in your community, not somewhere far away. So the types of offers that are available include nonprofit, for donation, for reward and pre-sale. If you want to buy a clicker that I developed that has never been developed before, but I need money to develop this, you can pay me up front for a product that I will deliver down the road after this is developed. And then we get into for-profit. This is equity, this is real estate, this is technology, and this is where you can get a return on your investment. And with that, I would like to bring up Karen from KCAN. Karen has run a successful offering on our platform last year, and I'd like her to say a few words about her experience. Karen, would you come on up, please?
Hi, I'm Karen Hayter. I'm the Executive Director of the Kalamazoo County Child Abuse and Neglect Prevention Agency. We're a nonprofit in Kalamazoo, and we're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year. We were very pleased to be selected to be the first agency to launch on community-centric crowdfunding. We were seeking money, donations for our Family Help Book. It's a resource guide that's very heavily used across the county. We found the staff of C3 to be very easy to work with. They helped us with our language, they helped us with our videotape, and we were very pleased with the outcome of the campaign. We raised money, and we are very pleased to ask them to continue their assistance with us in the future.
One or two Ortiz. I'm from the Department of Human Services here in Kalamazoo County. Our agency provides the family help book to over 5,000 of our clients annually. They provide great resources for our clients, particularly when they're in time of trouble and they have no way to turn, nowhere to go. It gives them a path basically of who to contact right away and hopefully get assistance.
Christy Warren, Mobile Crisis Response Clinician at Family and Children's Services. If I see 10 families, I would say 8 families a week will get this book. There's emergency services, there's emergency counseling, there's really every avenue to get emergency help in that book.
Thank you, Karen. As I mentioned, that was our first successful offering listed on C3Funding.com. With that, I'm going to formally announce today we are actually going to launch a new crowdfunding issue by Dr. Christina Lemmer, and I'm going to let her tell you more about it. This is a very exciting project at Western Michigan University. Dr. Lemmer.
Hi. We are very excited to be working with C3 Funding. They've been incredibly helpful every step of the way. They helped us put together our campaign, some great rewards, and it's just been very easy and smooth process. So the project, we're with what's called the Western Aerospace Launch Initiative. It's a group of undergraduate and graduate students. The goal is to build a CubeSat, which is a very small satellite, to actually launch into space and take photos of the Earth. The video does a really great job of describing it, so I'll let it do most of the talking for me.
The Western Aerospace Launch Initiative is a student organization at Western Michigan University whose long-term goal is to build and launch a tiny satellite or CubeSat into orbit. CubeSats are 10-centimeter modular cubes that weigh only 1 kilogram. Because they are so small, they are carried into space as secondary payloads or launched off the International Space Station, often for free. These satellites are providing new, inexpensive avenues to explore space. Since CubeSats made their debut in 2003, 24 have been successfully launched by university students. We will join the ranks of those elite students. Our mission is to build a CubeSat that will be able to take high-resolution images of the Earth. You, as a funder, will not only help that mission, but have the opportunity to choose where on Earth we will point our satellite camera. We have 2 main objectives for this mission. 1, we will learn about the components, systems, and collaboration that is necessary to design, build, and launch a satellite. This will provide us with an immersive learning environment and increase our knowledge of aerospace engineering. Second, we will further aerospace research by designing new CubeSat technologies. When necessary, we will design our own subsystems, and when appropriate, we will use existing technology. Although relatively inexpensive, our proposed CubeSat is expected to cost about $100,000 to build. This is where you come in. The funds that you donate will go directly towards accomplishing our CubeSat goal. Visit our funding page and see how you can become a part of this amazing project.
So we have an incredible group of really excited students. They're all in class right now, unfortunately, but hey, they're not skipping class. So we have a great group of students that are working on this project, and they're really excited about the opportunity to be able to launch their own satellite and a community satellite into space. So Kalamazoo's first satellite. All right, so we're gonna launch the campaign now.
Dr. Lemmer is going to log into the site, and you'll see how easy it is to actually prepare and log in and launch an offer. Now, offers are basically put together by our team. We take a lot of information, we help people put these together so that they contain the proper information with proper videos and are ready to launch to the public, which is what we are going to do right now.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Launch.
All right.
All right, and we're ready to support this project. And if anyone is interested, you can certainly go to C3Funding.com, log in, and you can post a donation today. And that's what we're asking for, is utilize this technology, utilize this site, and help the students and help our community with a very exciting project. Now, with that being said, we do have educational seminars coming up on February 4th at 8 o'clock a.m., at noon, and at 6 o'clock p.m. Those seminars are all the same. They are meant to be used for the community to come and learn how this technology can be applied, how crowdfunding works, and how to use it in their organization to advance our community, your community, and communities around the state. Our contact information is noted here. Information about this presentation can be found at c3funding.com/news, and you can contact us at info@c3funding.com. I want to thank everyone for attending today. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask. I'd like to introduce Thel Woods. Thel is really the brainchild behind all of this. This was his idea 3-4 years ago. And I'd like to give him a few minutes to say a few words.
You know, we are very, very happy that you're here to learn about this, and we welcome you to our launch of the fantastic tool that Brian has just described. I'm Phil Woods, Chairman of Crowdfunding Services. Having formed our company on May 25th, 2012, a few weeks after the Jobs Act was signed into law, I spent the next 3 years studying crowdfunding, serving on the Crowdfunding Intermediary Regulatory Advocates Committee. It's on the bottom of that sign. Isn't that a name for you? Which worked with the SEC in making the rules. And I testified before the Michigan Senate Committee as they were considering the intrastate Michigan Invests Locally exemption, the MILE Act. And I served as president of our nation's Crowdfunding Professional Association. You can see there right at the sign. And during all of those years, working with experienced people all over the country, I came to the conclusion: communities, I mean communities, had to grab, own, and operate this new tool for the benefit of their own people. Not off in New York or in San Francisco, but right here at home. And so today we have, as you can see, launched the unique, exclusive, and comprehensive community-centric crowdfunding program in regions throughout the entire state of Michigan. And Brian has given you the story. Thank you.